What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we've all been shafted. The market lost over 150 billion yesterday. Cryptos and stocks are completely decimated, and you are looking at a sea of unbelievable destruction, regardless of what cryptocurrency you win. All your gains, or most of your gains, have been wiped out. Time to reset. Time to look at the bigger picture. How long do we stay in this mess? So I'm going to try and attempt, guys. No one has any idea when things will change. But do things look bad? Absolutely. We do have two CME gaps that we need to fill, one to the downside and one to the upside. And of course, the liquidity spread in terms of leverage trading. There are no longs in the market. The entire market is long trading. And I do like this idea, by the way. BTC correction is over, question mark. Well, it could actually get worse. But if you saw July last year, right? The correction in July was faster, deeper, and of course, way more quicker. So I prefer those types of dips than the one that we're currently having, which is, of course, an indication for a bear market type of move. This is not your typical flash crash, right? And recovery. So in the argument here, consolidation, we consolidated and pumped to 100K. And of course, some people are saying, obviously, taking a simplistic view that the next stop will be 160K. Now, this is the hopium stuff. But in reality, what's going on to get us into these levels, right? I did a video last week. I don't know if any of you watched it, but the video was regarding how the US government is going to I actually did two videos on Monday and Tuesday. If you go back to my videos, you'll see this $7 trillion debt in the next 6 months, of course, which is currently negotiated, or currently the repayment debt due refinance is about 4%. And of course, Trump and his team want to negotiate that. And of course, to do that, you need to make the market deliberately lower and crash the market, reset things, and of course take it from there. So are we at the end of the cycle? This raises critical question about the end of the cycle for many. If a new bear market had begun or has begun, it feels like we've been in decline for a long time. Now, going back to this other things happening in the market, like liquidation heat maps. So 77K dump, fill a gap, and then move back up, fill the second gap, and then go grab this liquidity at $100,000. That's also on the cards. It could happen. But if you look at this, I've had friends who lost millions of dollars, and no one else has predicted this downturn and how deep we will go. Everybody was talking about how bullish we are with Trump, and we knew there was sell the event, sell the news, post inauguration, but nobody thought that things would go back to 2023 bear market levels for many of these altcoins. All right. So there are more optimistic pictures or things happening for crypto, and that's actually not moving the market at all. So the mixed signals come from, of course, even if you get the labor market that you want, the current market doesn't want to know, even if obviously the labor market gets broken, or the fact that the labor market is not actually being impacted heavily by the current string of bad things happening around it. So there are things that we need to watch. And there is also always a silver lining in chaos. That's always the case. Many of you never thought that you could make 20x in crypto. It's actually made through things like this, these kind of events. So crypto will not die overall. And if we're in a bear market, then we're in a bear market. But we position ourselves long term. Right now, whether you're holding stables on the sidelines, whether you're fully committed to the market, you need to be able to act in and staying vigilant in the market. So what's next for the market? Now, I could see more pain, right? Because traditional markets, even though the stock market has corrected as well, but it hasn't seen its full downside. So what do? I do believe that this current fear and greed index, these types of levels is where you want to be engaged the most. Okay. If Bitcoin, again, Gaussian channel here flipping red, so we could see a bit more downside into these levels. but ultimately crypto will recover. Now, I have actually looked at other things as well, and M2 is not driving factor for the overall markets, but rather the US M2 money supply. This is another argument. The recent expansion of the global M2 money supply is due to the Chinese. The Chinese have actually added another almost $200 billion to their economy. Okay, so it's very important to actually try and look at the M2 and separate how that focuses on to different things. All right, Bitcoin versus global M2 money supply. We're talking about macroeconomic stuff, but do we get the final push? Do we get one more blow off top? And if so, how do we take advantage of that? And in my opinion, you've got to look at the stablecoins ratios. And of course, Ethereum based stablecoins are now at a record level. You can see here, they are absolutely crashing everything else. In the background, we do have additional risk. Okay, so we've got these insider, and this happened on Hyperliquid the other day. We've got this insider trading that's happening more and more consistently. I wonder if it's Baron Trump just bored and learning how to do these trades with a bit of inside knowledge. But anyway, the pain continues. This could blow out the financial market. So this is Japan's 10-year government bond yields, and they are trading at their highest since the great financial crisis. In just 2 years, the yield has risen 1.4%. And I don't worry about these things. It's good to know them, but I don't worry. I don't lose sleep over this stuff. But it's definitely, it adds to the bearish macroeconomic events that are happening. And of course, there's altcoin news as always. Move mainnet, usual DAO staking vote ends, avax balance of V3 ends. There's tons and tons and tons of token unlocks as well, which is absolutely incredible, guys. So looking at things, looking at Trump and what they're doing over there in World Liberty Finance in their portfolio. So you can see Ondo is obviously a very, very good, they're holding just under 350,000 tokens of Ondo, around nearly $300,000. They're down 6% on that. This colleague is, I don't know what this token is, but they've just bought this and it's up 100%, 192 million. They've got Grok, Tab Protocol, which is very interesting. And of course, the rest, I mean, this is such a low amount of Tab Protocol, and Hobby and stuff like that would be airdrop to them. So the rest is all airdrop. So you got to be, these portfolios are incredibly misleading. And this is obviously, you know, White Rock is something that they have, and they are down 18% on 10 billion White Rock tokens, right? People don't understand, man. The crypto market is absolutely incredibly screwed up. So crypto greed and fear, look at this, February. So we are as low as we were back in the 2020 COVID-19 crash, which is incredible. And everyone's now looking for, where do we go from here? Some are saying 78, 77. Some are saying further down to the, early 70s. The chances each year, BTC has gone through a 25 to 30% correction. One, you can see another one here. And of course, we've got the 2025 one over here. So in 2023, it went from 30K to 22K. In 2024, it went from 74 to 50K, and this year is going from 109 to 79, and we all know what happened next. I tend to agree with that. And there are, of course, potential, bearish scenarios. We are in a kind of bearish situation anyway, so this is absolutely to be considered at 73,800, and of course, based on that Wyckoff spring off that we had there. So this could be potentially in play. Either way, we are here, we are battered, we are bruised, we are screwed. So, it really just depends on how people perceive the next few months and the impact of this as we continue for Trump to refinance the debt. Now, so what am I doing about this? What am I thinking psychologically? Okay. We know most of us are allocated. So what I've done is I've put together a list of what I would be interested in if they come down, further, or, looking at these current levels. So what you have here is a list of cryptocurrencies that I think are way, way undervalued. If you look at, for example, Kaspa, 1.6 billion. If you're looking at Render, 1.6 billion. Sonic, 1.6. Jupiter now, obviously, that whole thing on Solana is cooked, but Jupiter now back to 1.3 billion. Radium is actually Radium has a lot of FUD as well, but I'm just looking at these for metric basis. Aerodrome Finance, Axelar has actually been performing incredibly well. This is a project that is just so strong. Regardless of what happens, it's connecting hundreds of blockchains. All right. And then if you look at this, Brett tends to move with ETH. All right. Every time ETH does a double, Brett does a 10, 20x. And then you've obviously got the likes of Beam. Morpho is an interesting one to keep your eyes on. $3.68 for Echelon Prime. This is a very strong level. This is where it came back to the pre-pump. And then, of course, you've got stuff like, Turbo Toshi. I would always say reacts very well. It's going to be probably one of the leading meme coins on base. And then if you have a look at this, Cubic has lost 42%, 18% within the last 24 hours. Trading volume at 9 million. And if you look at Moonwell, if you wanted to take advantage of certain things, Moonwell have their card pretty crazy, because this is a base Circle and Moonwell DeFi card that has end-to-end usability, and you can actually earn rewards through the Coinbase wallet. So what I would do is I would use this time to look at the market caps. Look at Cetus and Moonwell here, right? If you're obviously bullish on Sui, Cetus is your guy. And then, of course, there's other things in there. But I would focus really on quality stuff that you can hold long term. Kaspa, Render, Tau, these are all below a level where I think they could do really, really well. If we come back, some say Kaspa could drop back to $5, 5 cents. It's time to take advantage of these things, guys. All right. So the glass is either half empty or half full. There's no doubt, looking at the market, we are absolutely cooked. Okay. And nobody should be buying crypto just now. This is not financial advice. I'm only telling you how I plan. Usually I make a short list of what good quality cryptocurrencies I want, and I take advantage of that. All right. So while I don't see any reason right now to be bullish, and people obviously are not going to be bullish, rightly so, everything is down. What I do see is an opportunity to rebuild, rebalance, rethink, and re-strategize. If you're locked in and you're absolutely F like some of my portfolios are, there's pretty much nothing you can do. All right. But if a bear market has started, once we get the confirmation, this is not the time to be buying crypto right now. This is the time to be making a clear list of what you want to hold for the next pump, because the next pump comes, we will end up going back to levels where you've seen money previously. And guys, by the way, the only issue here is a lot of people didn't sell, right? So the value of crypto is there. The fact that crypto is here to stay, there's no doubt. We're going through some macro, bigger things than us. Stock market is way bigger than us, and that's what's being manipulated right now to crash. So yeah, overall, bearish in the short term. Yes. How long does it continue? How long does the pain? Nobody knows. But I'm just building quietly, right? If I'm here till 2028, so be it. But it won't be like that. We will get a reversal at some point. More pain to the downside. And of course, good time to stay focused in the market, guys. Smash a like and I'll catch you on the next one. God bless you all. Stay healthy and just don't think about this stuff, man. This stuff will come back. All right? Take care, guys.